Hi, this is Chaz Palminteri, and if you're thinking about getting your eyes done, the only person to see is Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada. I flew all the way from New York to be here, and Dr. Rothman did my eyes. And all I could say is, it's a miracle. I could see. You see Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada.
Do it. You want to see better. Let's play the start of the show now. Okay. Living in Las Vegas starts now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome from Las Vegas, Nevada. That groovy little podcast that gives you a true first-person look into what it's like to call Sin City your home. The Living in Las Vegas podcast. And now your host, yes, a man who clearly needs some kind of introduction, otherwise you wouldn't know who he was. Speak up, brother Scott. Mr. Scott Whitney. There's a lot of things going on at the beginning of this show.
There is.
I feel like I'm in like a NASA spaceship. I'm flicking and I'm tweaking and lights are blinking and
there's
it's
about
very...
ready to be a launch.
What's that?
There's going to be a launch.
There's going to be a launch. I'm going to launch the show. And I'm like, wow. Commander Dom Major Doug.
You know that's moving over there.
I do, yeah. I want to show that. It's pretty cool, huh?
I don't know what you're going to do.
I don't know either. Anyways, hey, this is the Living in Las Vegas podcast. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Woo! You're good to be out here. I'm your humble host, Scott Whitney. That's me.
Sure are.
But there's more to me than just me. Oh, that's what that sound is. Come on now. What are you doing over there? Let's just go ahead and turn that off, wanna? Okay. There's more to me than just me. What else is there to me? I'm a family man.
You are?
I'm a papa.
You are.
I will eventually someday be a pop-up. That's my goal, to be pop-up. No rush.
You're not really involved in that, though, you know.
No, I know, but I will eventually be pop-up, and we are still trying to figure out who my naughty jelly sweet will be called, but she is seen right there. Ladies and gentlemen, Melissa Whitney, big hand. There she is.
Hello.
Did we decide on your nom de plume?
Oh, God. I can't even believe we're talking about this.
Wasn't there? We had to
like
talk about that.
Grammy, and you don't like that. You think it sounds too old-fashioned.
That's right. I do think that's old-fashioned. So you can't be called that. I'm thinking something like G Hizzy or G to the M or get out of here. We're being visited by little people or little animals. G to the Hizzy. That's what's going to be your name, honey. Or GB. G. No, none of that. None of that's working for you.
EBGB?
EBGB. There you go. So there she is. That's going to be her new name is EBGB. There she's right there. EBGB.
I don't know. Nana?
Nana. I like it.
What about Mimi?
Nana. Maya says Nana.
But I feel like everybody has Nana. How about Mimi? Like Melissa, Mimi?
Mimi Pittits. That's what Mom used to call herself or something like that. Mimi Pittits or something like that. Weird.
What the heck?
My mother is an odd bird. I'll tell you that. Anyways,
maybe Mimi.
Mimi's good.
My cousin's name is Colette, and I think she goes by Grandma Coco.
Grandma Coco. That's too long though. The reason why you have a nickname is to shorten it for the little toddlers to figure it out. I could go, I'm Grandpa Scotty, but that's too long.
You could say Grandpa Pop-Up.
But Pop-Up is just...
Why can't I be Grandma? How about if you just want me to be Mimi?
Mimi's good. Pop-Up a Mimi. Anyways, this is Living in Las Vegas podcast. Website is livinginlv.com. It's livinginlv.com. And of course, if you're a part of the big giant network, as you should be, and if you are, you're a smart person, then that website is that's vegasvideonetwork.com. Could be livinginlv.com, but I just said that, So it's actually VegasVideoNetwork.com. If you want to reach out to us, you can, and we would love for you to do so. You silly savage.
Goodness.
And that's I've been working so hard the last couple of weeks, and that's no excuse. On air Q at livinginlv.com. Melissa and I basically had a debate literally 30 seconds before we started the show about who's working harder.
We did. It's true.
And that's the kind of pre-show stuff that you get here.
Well, because I still have to do some work tonight, and so do you.
That's right, we do. Anyway, so on air Q at livinginlv.com, or you can call our listener line, 866-966-4599. Operators, of course, are always standing by. We would love for you to check out our Facebook page. There it is right now. Hey, look at that. There's Robin Leach on our Facebook page.
That's cool.
All talking and stuff. What's happening, Robin?
Was he chatty?
I'm making noise, and I don't know why. That's my Robin Leach impression. It was about as good as it was last night as well, which was terrible.
Why did you try to impersonate Robin Leach
a little
yesterday?
bit. Somebody emailed, or somebody in the live chat said, how did he come about creating that voice where Dana Carvey used to make fun of it and said, I'm yelling and I don't know why. So I said that in a loud, non-British voice, and he said, Scott, that was the worst. That sounded like Cary Grant.
Robin said that?
Yeah, Scott, that was the worst impression ever. I sound like Cary Grant there. But anyways, so that's, and there's Chris chatting with Robin right there. Look at that. Pretty cool. On the Facebook. Join us on the Facebook if you have. By the way, tip of the hat to LASIK of Nevada and Dr. Rothman. Over 40,000 procedures done. The most experienced LASIK guy living in Nevada. You can't beat that, can you? It's pretty groovy.
Nope.
Weather today, 83. It's turning into the dark side. We're not happy anymore.
I know.
You can see that we're both got this slight sheen of anger and distent.
Well, and it's getting dark
probably.
earlier. Okay, let me just put it to you this way. When I went to the gym this morning to see James.
Yes, it was dark still.
The moon was out. I'm not kidding.
That's no good.
When I came home, when I left work to come home.
The moon was out.
The moon was out.
So you're moon to moon.
I'm moon to moon.
Moon.
I don't like being moon to moon.
I don't either. That's no good.
No.
Anyways, the pool is 60-something. I wrote 6X because it doesn't matter anymore. Actually, it's so funny. Jackie was here this weekend helping with the anniversary, which we'll talk about in a second. I get up, I think it was the next morning. I think it was, or it might have been Saturday morning, the night of the morning of the get-together, and I see she's outside. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. She's out there, just hanging out.
Frolicking.
Being in nature. It's sunny out, and you don't get a lot of sunshine in North America or North California, so she's sucking in the vitamin D, and I noticed that she's got her feet in the pool. Now, that pool is 60-something now. I'm like, what are you doing? You're going to say, she goes, you know what? I can't feel my feet. Well, no, of course you can't feel your feet. It's frozen in there.
Well, I think she's a little Nordic.
Is she?
Well, she got in the pool on Sunday.
Oh,
and
yes,
I don't
that's
mean just
nuts.
like her feet. She dunked under.
Which is
like
crazy.
with her all the way under, her hair, everything. And was splashing about a little bit and then climbed on out. And then, we went to the spa.
Right.
Because that's what girls do.
Right.
On Friday. I took Friday off, and we went to the spa.
Right.
And we went to Qua at Caesars. And at Qua, they have these Roman baths.
Right.
And so they have the really hot pool, the medium pool, and the cold dipping pool.
Right.
She was all about the cold dipping pool.
Really?
I was in and out. But she also really likes the hot pool. But I
don't get that.
It is kind of refreshing.
But
I would
so
not
it's a
be
slap in the face.
Yeah, right.
And I don't need to be slapped in the face.
But for us it's cold, right? For us it's cold, but to her it's probably not so bad.
Well, I think that maybe she needs to stop drinking so much or something because there's no excuse for that to happen. By the way, we're on the homepage of livestream.com.
Oh, very cool.
How cool is that? What else going on? So, we had a lovely evening this last Saturday. It was the Vegas Video Network 1-year anniversary. You know how many unique viewers we had on live stream? I just checked.
On Saturday night?
Yeah.
How many?
So what's cool about live stream is it checks the number of unique viewers. Over 4,000.
Holy cow! During the course of the show?
During the course of 1 hour. Or actually, we were actually streaming a little longer than that. We were streaming for about a half hour before we got started. and my talk and the highlights was about an hour or so. We had 4,054 unique views on live stream.
Wow, that's awesome.
So we had a lot of fun. We did by the way, this is a good idea if you're having a party, I think, and we had a blackjack tournament. It was really fun.
It was cool. People were into it.
to the point where it was like a little cutthroat.
It was cutthroat.
We had a couple. I didn't get to really play much, but
I only played a couple hands.
Actually, I didn't play at all. We brought in 2 blackjack tables and professional blackjack dealers, and it was not too expensive. I think it was $275 a table, included the dealer, chips, cards. And
then of course $100, tip, right? You tip the dealers.
Yeah, $100. So it was about. Well, I don't know what it was. It was worth it. And we had them there from 7 to 10. And so what we did is we had a blackjack tournament. High chip count wins a Roku player. And everybody got $300 to begin, or $300 worth of chips, and off and running. And boy, it was huge. And I mean, you could hear people.
It was competitive too.
Yell, screaming. Who knew these people were as competitive as they were? But it was fun. We had a good time.
It was perfect, I thought.
The winner of the funniest part. Now, Jackie's not going to think this is funny. I can see it right now. You should see the live chat. Jackie's like, true, I hate losing. Hate it. Hate.
Yeah, well.
And I got people like Newkirk's on here right now telling me, green is not 25. I made up the chick colors, and because I didn't know any better. I'm just like, okay. They were red, so I called them 1. Ted's like, $1 chips? Come on. Well, I didn't know any better, so sorry.
Hey,
but
it's your party. You get to do it's your party. You can do what you want.
I want to. But a couple cool things happened. First of all, the funny thing that the person who won it was neck and neck. It was Jackie and Marie of Marie and Ira. Now, before we got started, Marie's like, "Oh, blackjack. I don't even know how to play.
I don't even know how to play."
That's just like the way she did that. And
well, not with a southern accent.
And she, so it was neck and neck. They were ready to go. Final hand. They started counting the chips, and Marie won by $40. $40. It was the last hand, I think,
sad.
That got it. And Jackie is a good loser. So much so that the whole next morning we got to hear about how wrong it was that she lost in blackjack. I'm like, my God, Jackie, you already have an Apple TV and a Google TV. You don't need a Roku. For the love of God, if you want one here, you can have mine. Just quiet.
I like that. I like that fighter in her. That competitive spirit.
I was mad. I won't have the loss again.
I will have Roku.
That's right. I will have Roku. Anyway, so we had a lot of fun. I thought
funny.
Talked a little bit about the network, and I would invite you guys to go check that out, specifically for the highlight reel that we had.
Are you going to show some?
No. But we had a highlight reel, and it was pretty groovy, and the highlight reel starts at, what's the time? 21:53. So if you go to the Vegas Video Network website and you just fast forward to 21:53, you will see all the highlights from all the shows. And there's quite a few of them.
I have to say, when you were doing that, when you started doing the highlight from our show, from the Living in Las Vegas show, and you were showing about when we got attacked by the steer at the Grand Canyon.
Right.
Oh my God. I still just laugh so much that I'm crying because it's so funny. Who knew you do the best impersonation of a steer?
It's a gift, really.
Can you just give me a little?
You're not on this. There you go. It was very robotic.
You just do it. So I'm just saying it's perfect. Anyways, just tune in just to watch that again, because even if that's the only thing you watch, it's hysterical.
It's classic, and
but it's great to get to see you did a best of all the hosts. So
yeah.
It's kind of cool to see a little recap. There's some good funny bits.
Yeah, it was fun. Then looks like my laptop just disconnected. That sucks. So Roku, we did do a giveaway for the Roku player for the people who did a trivia contest, and the trivia contest is still going on. We haven't got the correct answer yet. It ends on Friday. And send an email to Roku@VegasVideoNetwork.com telling us how many total episodes we've done, beginning with Pub Crawl and ending 1 year after that.
Now, I have a question.
Yes.
Could Jackie send in a number and win a Roku that way? I'm looking out for you, Jackie.
I don't know. Maybe. Well, I kind of said that if you're in the room, you really can't play. Because a couple of people try to pick up their, like, started like trying to guess. I'm like, oh, that's not right. You can't be doing that. So I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm not sure what to do about that. No, I'd say no. Anyways, go check out the video on the Vegas Video Network and submit your contest to Roku at VegasVideoNetwork.com. You should do that.
We had a lot of fun. Note to self: next party, buy more champagne.
Right, we went to 10 bottles of champagne. Who drinks that much champagne? Oh, I know who drinks that much champagne.
And we ran out. I mean, that's what I was drinking.
Yeah, well, we still had plenty of wine.
We were down. We went through 2 bottles of champagne in 15 minutes.
We got tons and tons and tons of wine.
Are you gonna bring it home? I turned into a big wino in the winter.
Right, that's true.
It's 83, so winters are around the corner. But I wouldn't mind. I bought some good wine.
Well, there you go. That's great. We just lost our internet access, so people aren't watching us live now, but we're going to keep going on here. Or maybe we should stop. What do you think? What do you want to do there?
So they can hear us, but they can't see us?
They can't see anything.
But they can hear us?
Nope.
They can't hear us or see us? Mm-mm. We're lost in space here, just you and me.
Just you and me, baby, like we used to do in the old days.
I think you gotta...
Because I got to get Ted to call in.
I think you got to reboot and...
Yep.
I mean,